Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jake, Fantasy Headliners. Hopefully everybody's doing well out there. Here we have the last matchup, the last breakdown of the NFL playoff wildcard round. Talking Eagles and Bears, set to kick off Sunday, January 6th at 4:40 p.m. Eastern Time. It is an outdoor game in the winter months in Chicago. Is weather going to be an issue? Not really. The forecast doesn't show anything. Maybe some slightly chilly temperatures, but nothing that these teams aren't already used to. I think ultimately the biggest factor in this game is really the health of Nick Foles against the eliteness of this Chicago Bears defense. Foles has been dealing with a rib injury here for a few weeks, something that actually removed him from a game in Week 17, a must-win game for the Philadelphia Eagles, where he needed to play 4 more snaps in order to earn a $1 million incentive bonus on his contract. He couldn't complete those 4 snaps. He was in too much pain. You put that behind the offensive line of the Philadelphia Eagles, which isn't horrible, but going against that pass rush of the Chicago Bears could be a recipe for disaster. If they can get after Nick Foles, make him uncomfortable, hit him, and knock him out of the game, that drastically diminishes the chances that Philadelphia has to win this ball game. Philadelphia have been playing better over the past few weeks, right? With Nick Foles, the last 3 games, they've been averaging close to 30 points a game. But this defense in Chicago is something that they really haven't been experienced to. This is a whole different level of defense. The Chicago Bears ranked number 1 in the NFL in takeaways, number 1 in interceptions, number 1 in points allowed with only 17.7 points allowed per game, the number 1 rushing defense allowing only 80 yards rushing per game, and the number 7 pass defense, 220 yards per game. That's what you would call an elite defense. Chicago knows how to go after the ball, get the loose balls, cause the strip sacks. They can beat you many different ways. Philadelphia, on the other hand, is pretty good against the run also. Right now, they're the 7th ranked run defense, and over the past 3 games, they've only allowed 165 yards on the ground. Now, what they don't do well is play against the pass. Right now, they're the 30th ranked defense against the pass, and it does sound like the wide receivers for Chicago are getting healthier. They've all had injury concerns here. You've had Taylor Gabriel, Allen Robinson, Anthony Miller, all battling injuries here at the end of the season. They were all full goes in practice as of Wednesday this week, so it does sound like they're going to be good to go for this week's game. The running game, though, has really carried Chicago over the past few weeks, and really Jordan Howard has been at the base of it. He's been playing a lot better football here as of late. Over his last 5 games, Jordan Howard has rushed for 399 yards, 4.5 yards per carry, almost 2 yards per carry better than he was earlier in the season. His best game actually came last week against a very tough Minnesota defense where he rushed for 109 yards and 2 touchdowns. Definitely something that is helping carry Chicago here through all these injuries that they've had with their wide receivers as of late. Total opposite, though, for Philadelphia, right? They haven't been able to establish a run offense all year. They're currently ranked 28th out of 32 teams in the NFL as far as rushing offense goes. They just haven't been able to find any consistency. I mean, Josh Adams had a few good weeks. Wendell, don't tell me I have Smallwood, would show flashes. Corey Clement's been way hit or miss. They just haven't had any consistency there at the running game, and I really don't expect it to be much different in this game going up against, like I said, the top-ranked rush defense in the Chicago Bears. What I do expect to happen is Chicago to come out and try to establish a run game early. Defense and running the ball wins championships. They know that in Chicago. They know they have the defense behind them. If they can control the time of possession, control the ball on the ground, and kind of take some of that pressure off of hashtag Mitch Magic in this playoff game, it could really lead to some good things, not only in this round for Chicago, but as they progress into the later in the season, later in the playoffs. I'm worried about the health of Nick Foles. I'm worried with him dealing with a rib issue, being vulnerable to the pass rush of Chicago. Now, I'm not going to say he's going to go out there and he's going to get injured. I don't wish injury on anybody. I do expect it to be a low-scoring game. I do expect it to be dominated on the defensive side of the football by the Chicago Bears. The lack of passing defense on the Philadelphia side, paired with the health of the wide receivers in Chicago, the offensive mastermind play calling of Matt Nagy and the coaching staff there in Chicago, to me, really puts the Bears on top. They'll be playing at home. They'll have the momentum, the home crowd behind them. I'd like to think that this game is a little bit closer than it may be, at least closer than what the spread thinks it should be. But regardless, I'm taking the Bears at home to beat the Philadelphia Eagles here in the wild card round. All right, that's my take here on the Eagles and Bears game, but I want to know what your opinion is. Put it down in the comment section. I know we all have differing opinions and different reasons for our opinions, and that's fine. I'd like to hear yours too. If you have any questions, make sure you submit them down below. I'll try to answer as many of them as I possibly can. Really appreciate the support. Looking forward to watching some playoff football this weekend. We got some more shows coming up here this weekend and next week. Make sure you check them out. Looking forward to talking to you. Have a good one. Thanks. Bye.